really excited to announce the introduction of the CinDWood Toys Rockin chairs. So each piece, the back and both sides, have a recessed groove that the seat slides into for better security and more strength. So it's not like a shelf that's just going to sit there and can over time weaken. By having it fit into each of the recessed grooves, it's going to give it so much more strength and last for a long, long time. So when your rocking chair arrives, you're going to have a bag that's going to have 10 screws in it, and you're going to have 4 pieces to this. So this is our horse rocking chair. This piece is our base, and you'll see it's got 3 extra pieces that jut out, and that goes into each of the other pieces. So you're first going to just take everything out of the box and set it up. This can be assembled with a regular Phillips screwdriver, which is the star head, or an electric one if you have it, but both can be used. So we're going to take the base, and this top piece, the rounded, curved, smooth area is the front of it. So we're going to take this jutted out piece, slide it into the groove, and then we want to make sure that it's kind of evenly spaced on both sides because there's holes going through it. Then I tip it forward, and in the back I have 2 screw holes. So I'm going to set my screw in. If I'm doing the regular screwdriver, it's just that same, put it in and turn it in. The holes are pre-drilled. But personally, I prefer using the electric screwdriver. Okay? Now if you look, I have it about evenly spaced on both sides. That'll put it there in the middle. Next, we're going to take one of our sides. So you're laying the head down on the side. Pick up your side. You want the longer piece to be the back. That's the back of the rocker. And it's got 2 grooves, so you're setting one on the back and the other one on the seat. Okay, once that's in place, you're going to do the same thing with the screws. Each side has 4 screws. I'm using black screws for this purpose. They show up better, but we will be sending brass screws that are a little bit lighter so they don't show up so much. And you're going to turn it over and do the same thing with the second side. Lining it up. And it just takes just a little bit to get those lined all up, and then another 4 screws. They countersink just a little bit so that they're not poking out. And there is your assembled rocking horse. So here we have our fully assembled CinDWood Toys Rockin horse. So your CinDWood Toys rocking chairs are going to come unfinished in the natural MDF board, and you can leave it that way if you want to. Some people like to finish them, so I'm going to show you how it looks just a little bit different with some of the choices. So if we have a clear lacquer and spray on it, it's going to darken it a little bit. It's going to seal it so that you do not have fingerprints, and if the kids have run to sit in it after they've eaten, you're not going to get, it's going to seal the wood so it doesn't pick up some of those oils from your hands. The second choice is a wood sealer that can color it and stain it that way. They have different levels, or you can use a hand painted one. That one's a little bit dark. The other one is doing a enamel paint that gives you a base coat, and then you can paint features and things more detailed over the top of that. But that will also seal your wood in the process of painting it. So those are three options besides that you can do yourself and decide what you like the look of. Either the clear, which just gives it a little bit darker but still that brown, or different shades of stain. This one was a redwood, so it's a little bit darker, or an enamel paint, which you can choose a variety of base colors to spray the whole thing and then do more detailed work. So this is your completed, put together rocking chair in its natural finish of the MDF board, which is going to match any of your CinDWood looms that you have. But if you do choose that you want to seal it to decrease maybe fingerprints or oils that might get on it after a lot of use, then you can buy a sealer and spray it after you've put it together, and it just gives it a little more uniqueness for you. This one is done with a stain, and it's the spray external stain sealer. So the wood is sealed. This is a cedar, and I liked it because it was a little bit lighter. The redwood gives it a darker color, but there's multiple to choose from. But it seals the wood, gives it a nice finish. This one is done with an enamel paint, and what I did is before I assembled it, and actually with both of them, I sprayed them before I assembled them. But this one, because I was doing the panda bear, I did the legs separately in black, and then the seat and the back totally sprayed in the enamel paint. And then after they dried and I put it together, I then took some acrylic paint from, the craft style paint, and painted the eyes and the ears. So any detail work that you want to do with it, you can do after you've done your base spray. I tried initially painting it with a brush and the acrylic paint, and it just kind of left all the brush marks. I didn't like that as well. But I really liked doing the full base spray with a spray enamel and then doing the detail work afterwards. So one of the other things we'd like to offer on these Rockin' chairs is the ability to customize an engraving on them. So this Princess Palace can come without anything, the castle, so if it's for a boy or a girl, boys like dragons, girls like castles, knights, everything, this fits for both a boy and girl. But if you do have a special princess who really loves castles, we can engrave this princess into it, or even a name. So that will be an upgrade, but it is available with your order. It will be an extra $10 for custom names. Princess will be available standardly for a $5 upgrade from the blank, because we do have to program that, but to then have to reprogram any specialty names like your grandchild or your child's name, then that would be an additional, it will be $10 from the plain. But that can go with any of our looms. Sorry. Looms too many years. That can go with any of our rocking chairs. If you have a child's name that you want engraved into it, then it will be a $10 custom engraving fee, and you can order that at the time of purchase. As we develop this line of CinDWood toys, our rocking chairs are going to have three categories that we're slowly going to be adding more and more to each category. We're going to have the fantasy, which is our castle, and we'll have dragons and things in the future, and our cartoon animals, which this is our elephant, and you saw the panda bear earlier, and our realistic animals. So you've seen the horse, and this is our tiger. and we'll be adding into these over the next few months, and they can be pre-ordered each month. We hope to have close to 20 of them ready for before Christmas, so pick the ones that you want and get them ordered as they come through, and we'll get them out to you. And thanks.